Hey guys, welcome back to Dawn Rule 16. I am your host Javon, and today we're back for a brand new benchmark. Today is God of War 2018 for the PC. Today I'm running this on my Intel Core i3-10105 with the AMD RX 600 8GB VRAM graphics card. I'm already a bit disappointed. We're running with a 16GB DDR4 RAM in dual channel memory, and well, I've run into a CPU bottleneck. Unfortunately, the 4 cores and 8 threads it's kind of sad, really. It kind of hurts my heart when I saw this. I was just like, oh, damn, I ran into a bottleneck. This is terrible.
You missed these.
Because the performance could have been so much more. Obviously, if you were really playing this game, I would recommend to play this at 1440p. I'm going to set that right off the bat, just to make sure the GPU is the one that's being fully utilized and not the CPU. This is a 1440p card for older games like this.
Yeah.
If you have a lower end GPU, it won't affect the frame rate. It really won't. Because the CPU can't handle it anyway. The GPU needs to be higher than the CPU, and well, it's kind of fluctuating between my CPU and GPU at certain points. So my GPU never can fully hit 100%, which is a no-no, realistically. You don't really want this to... It is running at 1080p high though, which is nice. I'm going to do custom settings and see if I can change anything later on down, but we're going to get into combat here soon.
Good.
I did have it capped at 30 FPS at one point, ran completely fine. I had it capped at 60 FPS at one point, ran completely fine. And now I uncapped it. Obviously the frame time is... Well, the frame time is all over the place.
Wait,
as you can see.
They're fresh. This way.
Regardless, my CPU should never be hitting 70 or 80%. I would have 1440p this so hard. We're using 4.8 gigabytes of VRAM. It is a step up from using the RX 570 that only had the 4 gigs, but it's look at this. It's actually kind of playing kind of terrible because the CPU is being fully utilized.
How are we gonna get across?
Step aside.
Wow.
Go.
Oh. Here. There it is.
Hold. What are you doing? Now his guard is up. Only fire. Only fire. When I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be
Better.
Find it.
Wow, we've got up to 9.3 gigabytes of RAM. We're using a lot of stuff. 5 gigs of RAM too. This is the high preset, guys. Honestly, right? Even if I was to drop to the low preset, it'd be the same thing. It's a CPU bottleneck. It's quite ridiculous, really. And it looks great at 1080p high, but watch this. We're gonna this is what a CPU bottleneck looks like, guys. You see what I mean? Even though I just dropped it down to low, the settings, it's basically running the same. We got like what, 3 FPS realistically speaking. It's running the same because it's a CPU bottleneck. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. FSR doesn't matter at this point. Obviously, as I said, the only way we could alleviate this is if we carried up the resolution. In this circumstance, not every game is like this, but yeah. So texture quality we can do high. Model quality we can do high. Texture filtering is fine. Shadows can be left at low because it's a CPU thing. Reflectors don't need them. Atmospherics, fine. Ambient occlusion is fine as well. With a custom preset, it's gonna be better. Well, it is performing better, but we're going to go into combat now.
No! You are not ready! Stay back!
Once again, there is no stutter. The game is running fine, but the CPU is showing its limitations here. It certainly is. Hey, ow. And it is unfortunate. Let's see if I can go all the way up to the ultra preset and see what happens. What crazy crap's gonna happen when I go to Ultra? Will that alleviate it? Oh my gosh, Ultra actually alleviated it a bit. Oh, that's awesome. Ultra alleviated it. So this is what happens when you have a situation like this. I simply put it to Ultra. Unfortunately, the RX 600 just can't run this game at 60 FPS at Ultra. Now this is a good time to use a bit of FSR to help me out a bit. With this, we use FSR to quality, not performance. It's crazy. Ultra quality. Let that downscale that a bit, and we're gonna get over 60. And still, it's still going to be playing. We're 1080p Ultra. This is the best you can do, other than 1440p, which I probably still recommend 1440p.
You in the old temple.
And I'm going to frame cap it to 60 now.
We do what we please, boy. No
So
excuses.
it can't go any higher than 60 FPS now, and we will get dips, as I said. The GPU is going to be a bottleneck as well. It's funny because God of War is like the first game I've tested that is really showing me this. I mean, some of the others have too, but God of War is really like emphasizing the
Can
fact
you
that
hit it from here?
you can't do this. How dare you even try?
We should get closer.
I'm also going to do the tests on the RX 570 and the R9 280 again, and the USG 630, because I want to see...
I went hunting with Mother a bunch of times. Never wanted to take me. Why now?
It was her wish. And it was time.
Okay.
Once again, still running at the Ultra preset.
Nothing's gotta open that gate. It's opening. You froze it in place. Clever.
And I'll see you guys next time. Unfortunate, God of War seems to be really the first one that shows me that it's going to be an issue to run games like this. Unfortunately. Honestly, I think I might even have to cap it to 30 to even enjoy this really, because I don't think the CPU can handle 60. Interesting.